Hey guys, welcome back, and this is still programming using C, and we are still on the topic of looping control structures. In the last video tutorial, we identified the first type of loop, which was a for loop, and that is also referred to as a counted loop, meaning that we know the amount of time that the set of instructions are expected to repeat. Now for this video tutorial, we will be looking at second type of loop, which is referred to as a while loop, and this is also classified as an unbounded loop. Now just a quick look at the syntax for this. We have where we start off our program, and then from there the initialization and declaration of variables. Following that, we proceed to the type of loop that we are completing, and in this case it is referred to as a while loop. Now a while loop is used in the case where we're not sure of the amount of times that persons will be able to repeat instructions, but where the while loop is concerned, we are sure that there is a terminating value. So what we're provided with in the while loop is a terminated value, meaning that as long as this value has not been entered, then the program is expected to carry out a set of instructions. And if this particular terminating value has been entered or has been followed, then the program would automatically complete. And again, of course, you know, our live example will be done in the C environment. So the while loop followed by where the condition is not true, then we would do a set of action. And once the action has been completed, then this would wrap up the while loop. All right, so we're now going to proceed to the live example of completing our while loop. Right, so let's go ahead and begin our C program. We have our preprocessor followed by our header file, and then following that we would proceed to the main section, and then within the main we have our body, and this is where we are going to declare our variables, do our printf and scanf, etc. So the first thing that we're starting off with, the purpose of this while loop is we want the user to be able to enter their age as well as their name, and then the criteria is based on the age. So we're saying while their age is greater than or equal to the number 19, then the system will keep collecting their name and age, and if at any point the number entered is less than the value 19, then that would have been where the program terminates. So let's go ahead. Two things that we are using, so two variables. We're needing one for first name, and we're also going to be needing one for age. So let's go ahead. We know that name is character, and then the string is included there in that. So char followed by f name, and then within the enclosed bracket the amount of characters, so maybe 10 for the first name. The next one we have is int, because age is an integer, a whole number, so that's int age, and we're not assigning any default value, so we're just gonna proceed to the closing symbol, the semicolon. All right, so from here now we can proceed to start the type of loop. What type of loop it is a while loop. So our keyword while followed by our parenthesis, and then within the parenthesis, what is the condition that is not true? So we're saying while age is greater than or equal to 19, then in the curly braces, what is the set of instructions to follow? So first we want them to see a message displayed showing them to enter their age. So we have our print f parenthesis double quotation, please enter your age. All right, and then from here the next line will permit them to enter age, so that is scan f parenthesis, two sections within the double quotation. What data type are we collecting for age? It is an integer, so the format string is %d. Outside comma, where is it gonna be stored? In a location called age, and it is the ampersand followed by that variable name. Outside of the parenthesis we have our semicolon. Also, we want the persons to be able to enter their name as a next option. So we make some space and again print F to display the message on screen. Please enter first name. Alright, so from here now they would get the permission using scanf to be able to enter name, and name exceeds the character because it goes to 10, so makes up a string. So string is %s as the data format string. Outside of that, where will the first name be stored? In a location called fname, and then we close off with our semicolon. So technically, once the age is not less than the number 19, then the program is expected to continue to repeat this set of instructions until at some point we decide to enter an age that is less than the number 19. Then that is where the program would automatically cut off following instructions. Alright, one thing I'm also gonna include is just a new line so that we get some space between the name and the age for those that keep on entering. So that's /n to represent a new line. So now we can go ahead and test this program to see where it takes us. So I'm gonna debug and then run, and expanding my screen here. So the first set of instruction, please enter age. So if I enter a number that is greater than 19, so let's say 21, then I am given the screen to enter the name as a second thing. Alright, so I enter name. So let's say this is Pat. Right, and then because the age was still greater than the number 19, right, we still got the chance to go ahead and repeat this process. So let's say a second person came, they entered the age 22, then they received the message to also enter their name. So let's say this is Ray. Again, the process is still being repeated because the age criteria has not yet been met. So we're testing a last one before we try to enter a number that is lower than 19. So let's use the 19, and in this case the 19 will still work because it says the age can be greater than or equal to the value of 19. So this means that we'll still be able to get instruction. Let's say this one was Tim. And then finally now we're just going to be testing for a number that is lower than the number 19. So let's attempt 18, and once I hit enter, then it permits for one last person to enter their name, and then this person enter the name, and finally the program would then go ahead to end. Alright, so again this was just the use of the while loop. While the condition that is here is not true, then the program is expected to do a set of instructions. If at any point that the condition is true, then it allows for that one last code to be entered and then automatically terminate as soon as that is completed. Again, I do hope that this was a very clear video tutorial for you, and please stay tuned for the other video tutorials to come. Thank you so very much for watching.